On the eve of Diwali, the temple town of Ayodhya is celebrating Deepotsava with great pomp. A record 24 lakh Diyas are being lit at 51 ghats by over 25,000 volunteers from the Ayodhya University. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has graced the grand event and is performing the Saryu Aarti as well. Additionally, delegates from 4 countries are showcasing the rich cultural legacy of Ayodhya by performing the Ram Leela. All this comes as the city is gearing up for the inauguration of the Ram Mandir in January 2024. The Uttar Pradesh government has envisaged the creation of a tourist circuit connecting Ayodhya with other cultural sites as well. Amidst this magnificent spectacle, it's rightful for all of us to ask and ponder, will Ayodhya become a global Hinduism hub very soon? And to talk about this, joining us on the show is Rahul Ishwar, Hindu activist. Also joining us is Mr. Sumit Peer, senior political commentator. Last but not the least, Mr. Sandeep Chandra, political analyst, also joining us on the show. Rahul, I'll begin with you. I hope you can hear me. Rahul, if you're there with us?
Loud and clear, sir. Loud and clear.
Right. Well, Rahul, when you talk about religious tourism, in fact, I said this in, the last show that we did on Ayodhya as well. The couple of destinations that come to mind are, of course, Nazareth in Israel. You have the Makkah and the Medina in Saudi Arabia. You have the Vatican City in Western Europe. Do you think that Ayodhya, in due course of time, in a respectable course of time, will be able, in fact, scratch that, not be able, will find its rightful place that it hasn't had for the last few centuries to become a hub for Hindus as well as people who want to see the spectacle of Hinduism?
Absolutely, yes. Religious tourism word is nice, but we always use the word pilgrimage. Whether we call it religious tourism or pilgrimage or spaces of spiritual significance should be celebrated. And long before Athens, there was Ayodhya and Kashi. Even the older Thailand's capital was called Ayodhya in commemoration or remembrance of Sri Ram and Ayodhya. So Ayodhya is a legendary place of great significance to Hindu community, Buddhists, and all the dharmic and Indic faiths. And we all know Sri Ram being the Maryada Purushottam, Mahatma Gandhi wanted India to be the Ram Rajya. It's a center where we can rejuvenate our culture in a bigger way. I had the great privilege to visit during the temple construction. We had the visit from the support from the state government to see some of the interior work and all. It is fabulous. It is going to redefine India's culture in a very big way. And just 2 things. Earlier Nehruvian secularism, we should be open about this. That's the reason why I'm telling so. The earlier Nehruvian secularism rejected the elements of culture, civilization, religion, faith from the earlier framework. Now a more modern pluralistic approach by Modi ji is taking place where faith, celebration of culture, civilization is happening as a matter of state policy. And we should encourage that. We should definitely respect every faith and celebrate every legacy of every faith in India. And Ram being Imam-e-Hind, thus described by Iqbal, or Ramarajya as the center of Indian civilization by Gandhiji, is one of the core of Indian civilization. And Ayodhya's Ram temple Nirman, or this Bhavya Ram temple, will create such a rejuvenation in the minds of Hindus and Hindustanis that it will last for centuries altogether. It was a spiritually significant place for thousands of years. Unfortunately, in the past 500 or 600 years, many negative incidents happened. It is again coming back to its pristine old glory, and I believe it will coincide with India's rise among the Committee of Nations.
Sumit Peer, where do you stand on this? Rahul is absolutely right. Kashi and other religious cities in India have existed long before Athens or Nazareth, or for that matter, even Mecca. But, their rightful place in terms of their historical essence and recall has only been granted or appreciated now.
Vinny, thanks for having me on your show. First of all, it's a privilege to be on this show because this is history in making, and you and me and we all on the panel are lucky to be a part of that. Vinny, the point here is that, look, Ayodhya is the third pole of geopolitics. Christians have Vatican, Jews have what they have, and Muslims have Mecca, the 2-3 big religions. Christianity, followed by Islam, followed by Hindus. So Christianity has Vatican, Jews have Makkah, we have Ayodhya. Now, Ayodhya is the third pole of geopolitics with 20% of the population. We are the third biggest economy by PPP, fifth by GDP. We are a nuclear triad. We are the world's largest army. Our air force and military is rated number 4th in the world. We are the fastest growing economy. We have the third highest foreign exchange reserves in the world. So geopolitically, being more than 1 lakh year old civilization, we have that place, and that is what Sri Ayodhya Shri is going to cement. Now, if you look at Makkah, with due respect to Makkah, it's around 100 plus hectares or acres. Now, Vatican is somewhere around that. But if you look at Sri Ayodhya Shri, it is not only Ram temple beneath, it is a Shri. It has 108 lakes. It has 3 ring roads. It has dharamshalas, hotels, 5-star hotels. It has cultural centers. It has libraries. Even foreign embassies will be given land there. And then there will be a constant play of the Ramayana. You can walk through and you can get a feeling of them walking through the Ramayana. So Ram temple being the epicenter of the city, but the city is much more that. International airport. You're talking of a state-of-art railway station. You're talking of so many amenities which are going to bring, brought in there. Now, Vineet, if you look at the numbers, what your argument was, Rahulji. Look, earlier, the number one tourist destination was Goa, 3.5 crores tourists. Last year, we saw Kashmir doing 1.65 crore. But last year, do you know which was the biggest tourist destination in whole of India? Sri Kashi Vishwanath Ji, 10 crore tourists. Imagine 10 crore people spending 2,000 rupees only. Just rock bottom, those are per person. Do a multiplication, 10 crore into 2,000. That is the quantum of money it can generate. And the good thing about the Sanatan economy is you're happy, you're sad, you're very happy, you're very sad. Still, we celebrate Holi, Diwali, Dussehra, and all our festivals. So this thing, what very smartly, you have to compliment Yogi Adityanath Ji for thinking this. Look, Vineet, now when you're lighting so many diyas, you have 25,000 volunteers are going to come. You have the Guinness Book team which is going to come. What are you trying to do? You are trying to put Ayodhya on the global map. You are trying to get the global attention to the Ayodhya. You are trying to send a message to the world. Unless and until how are we interested in lighting those 25 lakh diyas? Why do we need 25,000 volunteers? What is the Guinness World Record team doing there? Why we are using drones? Why Adityanath Ji, Yogi Adityanath Ji, and all the cabinet ministers of UP are there? And Vineet, when Ayodhya Shri will become in its full glare and stature, and we don't prevent anybody. Like in Makkah, a non-Muslim cannot go. Vatican, everybody can go. Similarly, in Ayodhya, anybody can come. We are not stopping anybody. Vineet ji, aap likh lijiye. I can bet you with my sweat, with my blood, it will be the number one tourist destination in the whole world. Every Hindu will want to visit Ayodhya once a lifetime. Imagine 1.4 billion to hum hi hai bhai. And then we had Buddhists, we had Sikhs, we are all our brothers, and we have even Christians and a part of the Muslim world and all. We are talking of billions of dollars. This will be a foreign exchange earner for UP. This will change the dynamics of UP. This will change everything about UP. The GDP of UP just by religious tourism will be skyrocketing. And that is what is the vision of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. And that is how it is complemented by Yogi ji, what we call the double engine ki sarkar. So this double engine ki sarkar is making impossible possible. And we can see, and who will get the money? Local taxi wala, he can be Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai. Local sabzi wala, he can be Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai. Hotel wala, he can be Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai. There is no differentiation vis-a-vis religion. So this whole state, this whole province, this whole country, in a way, I call UP a country because if it's separated out, will be the 5th populous country in the world, will prosper. See the quantum jump in the GDP. See how much, for example, Sri Tirupati Balaji is contributing to the GDP of the state. How much Sri Mata Vaishno Devi Ji is contributing to the erstwhile state of J&K, now the UT of J&K. Imagine when these all things are all their full glare and glare, and at the top of their potential, you can see billions and billions of dollars coming in. You can see Hinduism, you can see Sanatan Dharma getting its due place of honor, which it has been denied because of 1,000 years of invasion. Modi ji ne kaha tha, 1,000 saal ki gulami. Prime Minister Modi said, that's not how I'm saying. He said, 1,000 saal ki gulami. So let's not, be ostrich. We know how invaded India and why did they invade India and what did they do in India. Now you are reclaiming your faith. We are not trying to assert our faith on anybody. We are reclaiming our faith and we are giving our faith the due what it should get in the scheme of things. And Sri Ayodhya Shri is our answer to Makkah, to Vatican. We have respect for Makkah. We have great respect for Vatican. And also Hinduism, it will be Sri Ayodhya Shri, but much bigger, much grander, and welcoming to all. And here, what you will get is you will be spiritually liberated. I have seen the plans, Vineet.
Absolutely.
And if you and me can have opportunity to go there, we will be spiritually liberated. That's the power, sir.
That's a good word, spiritually liberated. Mr. Chandra, Sumit is absolutely right. The rightful place that, some of our temples deserve under the sun are finally coming through. And it's been a long fight, even after independence. It's been a long fight to establish this temple. Earlier you had to fight off the rulers, the Mughals and then the British. But later on, you fought the system. You fought, internal dissent to come up with your rightful place of worship. Do you concur, sir?
Yeah, Vinitji, good evening. Is my voice clear?
Absolutely, sir.
It is good to be on your iconic show. You have asked exactly a very intelligent and pointed question. You see, fact of the matter is this. I would say apart from the GDP, it is a question of all Hindus' faith. And faith has got no value. It is absolutely priceless. And number one. Number two, till today, opposition governments, that is the Congress governments, were only paying lip service to the construction of Ram temple. Ram हमारी आस्थाओं से जुड़ा हुआ है. And I would like to say that since you are very, very right and very intelligent comment on your part, that since independence, I'm reminded of a Hindi saying, तारीख ने देखी है ऐसी भी कुछ चंद घड़ियां, लम्हों ने खता की और सदियों ने सदा पाई. Had Sardar Patel been the Prime Minister of this country, we would not have to wait so long for the construction of Ram temple. And I'm also saying this and putting on record, let the countrymen hear through your channel, that if Mr. Modi was not the Prime Minister of this country, Ram Mandir wouldn't have seen the light of the day. It is because of the moral push of Mr. Modi that Ram Mandir is seeing the light of the day. And I would also like to say, all right-minded Indians and Hindus believe that Mr. Modi embodies all qualities of Maryada Purushottam Ram, and he is lived up to the expectation. And I would like to say also this, from the heavens, Lord Rama would be blessing Mr. Modi. I would also like to add, it is high time that the union cabinet, it has an early meeting as soon as possible and announce the award of Bharat Ratna on Mr. Modi to be conferred on him by President Murmu the day Ram Mandir is dedicated to the nation. It is very, very important that, for all the hard work, some credit should go to him. We have seen the other people who have been given Bharat Ratna, but Mr. Modi deserves it most as of today. Also, I would like to say that this is going to be the center of tourism, global tourism, not only for Hindus, but all right-minded secular people. And I would also like to say it was the misfortune of Hindus that our main god, Lord Rama, and when you go to villages, even in cities all over India, people say Ram Ramji. So fact of the matter is this, that I am very happy that you, me and other people are living in the historical times that when Ram Mandir is being dedicated to the nation. Also, I would like to say that, opposition parties, especially the Congress, should hang his head in shame and apologize to the country that why were you always taunting that whenever election aata hai, whenever election comes, then BJP thinks of Ram temple. And today, again, you are saying, Congress is saying that, when election is coming, then that is why Ram temple is being inaugurated. These people are absolutely bankrupt of ideas. And let me tell you, Vinit ji, that in 2024, Mr. Modi will come back with a thumping majority of 350 MPs. There is no vacancy for the place of Prime Minister till 2029. It is very essential, apart from Ram temple, other security issues, development, etc., that Mr. Modi is there. And I would also like to say, and at the cost of repeating myself, that 10 Pandit Nehru plus 10 Indira Gandhi plus 10 Rajiv Gandhi is equal to 1 Mr. Narendra Modi. He has done for Hindus which nobody has done till today. It is also the revival of the Hindu faith, renaissance of the Hindu faith, and it is high time that everybody stands up and applauds Mr. Modi. He is the person who puts his money where his mouth is. He is the man who takes the bull by the horns and overturns it. Today, Mr. Modi, by his affirmative action, has become the most consequential world leader. The whole world is watching how he has developed and he has made Ram temple into a reality. I would also like to congratulate Mr. Yogi Adityanath, who is proved to be the best chief minister the UP has ever seen.
Well said,
and
sir.
Prime Minister Modi, who is proved to be the best prime minister the country has seen.
Well
and
said, sir.
Today,
Well said.
He is world leader, world statesman #1, Mr. Malhotra.
You're well said, sir. Well articulated. Rahul, the construction of the temple, and once again, bringing the focus back to Sanatan Dharma, and, in a way, reinventing and reinvigorating values connected with Hinduism. How important was it to have these during this day and age, considering that we are living in a world, which is dominated by wars and artificial intelligence?
Two submissions. I have the highest of respect for Pandit Nehruji, no disrespect meant. But the Nehruvian era of state policy was different. When Sardar Patelji and Sri K.M. Munshi wanted to rejuvenate and reinvent Somanath temple, Pandit Nehru was against it. And he even had issues with Rajendra Prasad going there. Then Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel went and asked permission from Mahatma Gandhi, and Mahatma Gandhi supported the movement. Even from that time, people were saying Somanath is an important space, Ayodhya is an important space, Kashi is an important space, Mathura is an important space. There are some nerve centers that needs to be protected. I totally understand the sentiments and respect the sentiments of our Muslim brothers. Our Supreme Court really gave a balanced verdict. Modi ji really did a lot of work, and Supreme Court came out with a balancing verdict where our Muslim community was also given enough land, and a great mosque is coming up in the name of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All my best wishes to that, Dhanipur, in the space of Dhanipur. May God bless them too. See, India has roots in Hindu culture and civilization. We should not shy away from saying this. And Modi ji has rightly re-invoked and rekindled that dharmic spirit in India. Earlier, whenever we used to say Hindu, it used to be communal. It used to be communal, negative. So there is no need for that. Modi ji has rightly become a balancer, not only in India and the world affairs. He has even won the highest civilian award from Palestine, and he also has the greatest of relations and the best of relations from Israel. See, the greatness of Hindu civilization or the Indian culture is that we can balance world affairs in a moderate, centrist kind of way. And it is important that we hold on to our dharmic values in a very good way. Whether it is Swami Vivekananda, whether it is Mahatma Gandhi, whether all our reformers, they were all great Hindu activists. Their soul was Hinduism and Hindu Dharma or Sanatana Dharma. Whichever name you want to call it, you can call it by different names. But whichever name you want to call, that is the center. And from that center, we respect and accept and celebrate all faiths and religions. See, this is the core of Indian pluralism. Indian pluralism is never the rejection of any religion, but the acceptance and embracing of all spiritual faiths. And with this, especially Ayodhya, with the Modi ji's, wherever he goes, he promotes Gita, he promotes yoga, he promotes Sanskrit, Tamil, one of the ancient most language. See, this is the soft power, the cultural soft power India has. And let me conclude by saying just one line. See, America has immense firepower. China has immense economic power. India's greatness is cultural soft power. Our yoga, Ayurveda, spirituality, meditation, these are all the cultural soft power that will make us a cultural superpower. And India should rightly reclaim it. It is our roots, and we should celebrate that roots. And this is that root which gives us the wings. These roots are that which gives India the wings to fly in the 21st century.
Well said, Rahul. Sumit, what about political will in the past? Political will of the center, political will of the state. If you remember 1990, when car sevaks were headed towards the Babri Masjid at the behest of the RSS, the VHP and the Bharatiya Janata Party, they were fired upon. And as far as what we have read and what history has to offer, it was a peaceful, a benign walk towards a place of worship. Do you think that political will over the years has also transformed?
Vineet, you brought up a very touchy subject, because when you get those images in your mind that the car sevaks were shot, they were tied, a bag of sand was tied.
I think Mulayam Singh Yadav was the chief minister.
Mulayam Singh Yadav was the chief minister. Then a bag of sand was tied to their legs and they were put in saryo. Kehte hain na, saryo laal ho gayi. Saryo, the color had turned red. So many car sevaks lost their life. Today, wherever they are in heaven, they will be showering the petals and flowers on 24th of January and 22nd January, because this is what they have given their life for. We have fought for 500 years for Bhagwan Maryada Purushottam Sri Ram, who belongs to us. And there have been political parties who have left no stone unturned. For example, if you want to take Congress. Congress has given an affidavit in Supreme Court of India कि भगवान श्री राम काल्पनिक पात्र है. That Bhagwan Shri Ram is an imaginary character. He does not exist. It's under a sworn affidavit in Honorable Supreme Court of India. Congress put around 25 lawyers to make sure Ram Mandir is never settled. Congress lawyer Shri Kapil Sibal went to the Honorable Supreme Court and said, please do not give the verdict before 2019 elections. So they have done everything in their command to not to let this happen. It could have settled long back. You know, the Hindus were denied their right. Hindus had to literally beg for everything what belonged to them. If you look at Kashi, if you look at Mahakal corridor, if you look at Ayodhya Shri, we have to literally beg for everything. If I'm not trying to, I don't have no hate or, for any religion or any panth, for example. Look today, Vineet, the tyranny of the times is it took us 500 years to fight legally and lawfully to get the Bhagwan Maryada Purushottam Sri Ram back to his birthplace, right? And what we call as Babri Mosque is a disputed structure. It was built on a Ram temple, and here in Gaza they've destroyed 200 mosques, and nobody from 57 countries utters a word. I mean, that is how the things are. Here it took us to get what belonged to us, 500 plus here. Here in last 32 days, 200 mosques had been destroyed by Israel. Nobody is uttering a word in the whole Muslim world. This is reality of times, Vineet. We have to get what we deserve. If we are too complacent, if we are too lenient, and we cannot, you cannot say, okay, Bhagwan Maryada Purushottam is an imaginary character. Now you are saying Ram hamare bhi. Bhai, agar Bhagwan Shri Ram is an imaginary character, to Ram aapke kahan se ho gaye? Then Priyanka ji and Rahul ji are saying we are not invited for the Bhumi Punjan, we are not invited for the inauguration. Arey, Rahul ji, Priyanka ji, you are given in writing to a party ki imaginary character hai. If he is an imaginary character, then why should he be kind of invited there? And people forget one thing. Politics aside, everything aside. Vineet ji, aap, main, jitne ye log dekh rahe ho, everybody is watching this. Whenever we will die, they'll be put a cloth on us which will have Ram Ram written on it. That is the ultimate reality. Our last journey will be with Bhagwan Shri Ram. And wherever we go, we say Ram Ram. Even in today, everybody says Ram Ram. How can Ram be taken out from Hindu? Ram is the blood. Ram is the soul. Ram is the conscience. Ram is a spirituality. If Prime Minister Modi is chosen by the God himself to do it, out of 1.4 billion Hindus in the world, why are some people having mirchi? उन्हें मिर्ची क्यों लग रही है? You have to understand, your karma did not allow you to do it. Well, you had all the opportunity to do it. You let Prime Minister Modi to do it because your karma was like that. You have put 25 lawyers to stop Ram Mandir. You have given sworn affidavits. You are saying that it's a kalpanik patra. You are asking कि राम कहाँ पैदा हुआ, इसका certificate लाओ. अब भाई भगवान श्री राम का birth certificate कहाँ से लाए? I mean, these are the things which are happening in our world, and look at the Abrahamic faiths. With due respect to them, right. They believe in what they say. This hypocrisy cannot continue.
Right, Sumit.
You cannot be hunting with the hare and running with the hounds.
Right, Sumit. We've run out of time. I'm going to take some concluding thoughts from Mr. Chandra, and then we're going to wrap up. Mr. Chandra, do you think that religion and the love for religion should not be mired in politics? It seems there's this dirty game being played to not undermine religious sensitivities, but also use it for appeasement.
You see, you have hit the nail on the head, Vineet ji. Fact of the matter is this, that Mr. Modi has defined what true secularism is. And he has said that development for all, but no minority appeasement at the cost of majority community. Which means that we Hindus, we are part of this country, the other people of all religious faiths, but what Congress was doing was only minority appeasement at the cost of majority interests. And people are aghast that Congress and other opposition parties tried their very best till the last that Ram Mandir should not see light of the day. And it took the moral pressure, the moral push, and the moral wherewithal of our most iconic Prime Minister. And that is why I have said that Time magazine has a man of the year. They should have man of the century. Our most honorable Shri Narendra Damodar Das Modi ji. It is not an easy task. Amount of obstacles he faced, and even now Congress has not given up on using unparliamentary words about him. Fact of the matter is this: all people of this country should unite and make sure that BJP under Prime Minister Modi's leadership gets 350 seats, and Mr. Modi continues for the sake of well-being, development, vikas, everything, so that and our security. Today, whether it is China, whether it is Pakistan, they know, or any other hostile neighbor, they know, Vinitji, they cannot mess with India because Mr. Modi is there. I would also like to say that now the time has come to have a change of a constitutional amendment to name India as Bharat Varsh. Bharat is the right word for this great country, Vinitji.
Absolutely right, sir. Thank you for saying that, and appreciate you joining us, and Sumit and Rahul as well. Thank you for taking out the time and speaking your heart out on this very important and sensitive issue.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.